Unmute the mic.
The mic. The mic.
Unmute
The mic.
unmute.
The mic.
This is a Bellows Ryan production.
Peace and blessings, family. I'm your humble host, Truth.
The mic.
Unmute the mic.
Peace and blessings, family. I want to welcome y'all to a brand new episode of Speak Your Peace, Music Edition, presented by Unmute the Mic. I'm your humble host, Truth, a.k.a. Truth Speaks Volumes. And on this platform, y'all already know how we do by now. We invite guests to come on, speak their piece, drop some gems, and most importantly, talk their shit. Self-expression is one of the purest forms of self-love, so let's spread the love today. All right, so speaking of love, very, very excited to be talking to this next guest. Her energy is right. She exudes love. She calls her family, not her fans. We learned that. She calls her family lovers,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So the love is there. She's promoting positivity, healing, good vibes, high vibrations in her music. One of the most talented vocalists and performers in the DMV, period. But not just the DMV, like she been overseas too, y'all. So she's done a lot, and I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get right into it. So I want to welcome Sherae to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all can
Thank
clap
you
it
for
up,
having me.
How you feeling, ma'am? You look good.
Thank you.
Your skin
Thank
is
you.
skinning.
I receive.
The hair's hand.
I receive. It's all me. It's all me. And,
Yeah.
and glory to God. I feel good.
Okay, amen. So, and you got the glow. So I did introduce you, but I should also say welcome to Miss Amari.
Yes.
Amari is in the room, but
yes,
she is
yes,
very much
she
here with
is.
us.
She
Okay,
is.
this is her first interview.
It is.
And she didn't
she's
even know.
present. She's present.
Yeah. So I think it's important for you to be here with us tonight for two reasons. So the first reason is because you do so much with your art. Like, I feel like people feel like they say I do music and that just looks like one thing. I make
Yeah.
music, I make music videos, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like you have done so much with your talent, and so I think it's good for people to hear about it and know that there's other avenues. It's cool
For
if that's what
sure.
you want to do, but there's other avenues that you can take it. And the second thing is because you have Miss Amari, right? I think that 20 years ago we wouldn't be having this conversation. It was taboo for
Listen.
female artists, musicians, entertainers to be pregnant.
Yeah.
To even talk about motherhood at all. It was like it was a death sentence to your career. Like
Right.
Lauryn Hill was like, when she was pregnant, they was like, look, they wanted her to make a decision pretty much because her career was taking off.
Yeah.
But now people like you, we see Cardi B, Summer Walker, Nicki Minaj, we see all the mothers mothering,
Yeah.
and it's not
Heavy.
slowing them down at all.
No, it's not.
Right? So I'm glad that you're here. I'm
Amen.
glad that y'all both look beautiful.
Thank
you're
you.
doing your thing. So but I do want to ask you, do you feel like being a parent will change your artistry at all?
I think that is a great question, first of all. I think that because of the timing of everything in my career right now, like this is bringing everything that my brand is about to a head, right? And it's keeping me grounded in a way where it doesn't get more about unconditional love than a child, you know? And
That's
I
a
feel
fact.
like she's not born yet, but in my womb, I feel like I am a mother now, you know,
Yes.
carrying her, paying attention to what I'm putting in my body. It's just very much in alignment with the lifestyle and what I want my music to really be about, because the music is the lifestyle, should match the lifestyle.
Okay.
For me at least. So that health and wellness, trying to get it right spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So, you know, she's keeping me grounded in that. And that's keeping me focused on the type of music to, you know,
Right.
pursue. I think a lot of women in the industry right now, love them. Shout out to them. They're doing what they need to do to put food on the table and stuff like that. But it's like you want your child to really see you in a light where it's encouraging, it's inspiring. It's not anything that's like going to like suck the life out of you, you know, like a lot of the music is like woe is me, or it's just toxic, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's toxic
era.
It's toxic era for sure.
That's a fact.
And it's like unless you are able to know the difference between, you know, okay, this is fine for right now, we outside,
Don't internalize.
you know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Like some kids are really taking that and living by it. So it's like, I'm not a saint by a long shot. Like I've gone through, you know, my stuff, and that's how we kind of got here, you know? So it's like, Amari right now for me is like, okay, is God saying, yep, keep on,
You're on the right path.
You're on the right path.
path.
Now she here, so try to do this if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's that.
And I like that you mentioned like the spirituality and all that, because I feel like pregnancy is very physical.
Yes, it is.
But it's also very spiritual.
It is.
Right? So like, do you feel like you've been more in tune as an artist? Like are you just I know you say the food tastes better. I seen you made that post.
My
The food, she
gosh.
said the food is amazing, y'all.
Girl,
So
it's
you know, I
something
gotta see what
different.
that's like. I guess.
It's something different. You taste everything.
but you more in tune, like artistically, like you just more tapped in, you think?
I would say yes. When I allow myself to be still, and
important.
it's funny because I haven't really. It's like it didn't really hit me yet that I'm carrying her as much. Like I've, you know, doctor's visits and routine this, routine that. But it didn't really hit me until I was in the room rehearsing a song, and she started moving. Like she was really like messing with the vibe. Like she was just doing her little tumbling thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
She's like, I like
so,
that one.
Yeah, and so I'm like 25 weeks, so maybe like 5 months or whatever. So we're about to go into the third trimester, and this is where they're about to become more active, so they can hear, and you know they're tasting. And get a little descriptive, you get a little, you know, but they can hear sound now and stuff like that. So I just think that it's important in the environments that I'm around, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely gonna be singing to her now,
please.
And Janae Aiko, I think, made like a baby album or something like that. So the music is, listen. I'm just very excited.
Okay.
I'm excited for the posture that God has me in right now. So, yes, it definitely makes a difference spiritually now.
That's beautiful.
Carrying her.
That's beautiful. And, you know, so we glad that you decided to come here, spend some time with us. You know what I mean? You liked our vibe, so I hope
Definitely
she likes it.
did. Definitely did.
So ever since I ran into you, since we met over the summer, like I was a fan immediately, instantly. So I'm
same here with your music as well, like for
that,
sure.
man. You know, I try my hardest. So
All good.
But I'm just gonna give a little bit of backstory on how we met.
Okay. Yeah.
So 2024 could be in 2025 now. It's crazy. Like 1989 sounds so far away now. It doesn't sound. It does something to me when I talk about that. But 2024, I went into that year like, you know what, I'm gonna be way more intentional about networking and connecting with artists. Like I done spent 2 years making music, putting out music, great music by the way.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
For sure, definitely.
But I said, you know what, I gotta get out here and connect with artists in a different way. So, you know, performing and all of that. And my friend sent me this event down there at the waterfront. It was the DJ artist mixer, DJ Flo. He put that on.
Shout out to Flo.
Yeah, and so I had never done anything like that.
Yeah, same.
Really, I didn't know. Look, I'm coming down there. I was by myself. I had just the little flash drive with my music. I didn't know really what to expect. Met a lot of great people. So I went up, gave my flash drive. They played 3 songs, and they gave live feedback right then and there. Feedback was great. This young lady, she comes up to me. I don't know who she is at the time. She got her big head. She got the shades on, looking like a star. That's what I'm like, you ain't do that before? That's crazy. She was like, you're dope. We should work together. I was like, all right, like, you know, cool. Like, I hadn't heard nothing yet or nothing. And I was like, okay, got your information. I said, all right, I'm going to look her up, you know, just to make sure I really want to work with her. But I'm always open to work with people. But I didn't have to wait because you were like the next person up, like
Yeah.
two people after me. And I was like, we definitely got to work together. We have to. And I think the first song was, I want to say it was 24 Hours, but I was sold. I was like, oh my God, like she is fire.
I appreciate it.
And-
And that's how we got
Man.
here. No.
Now I ain't got nothing to do with that now, but hey, y'all know it works. Put it on your playlist.
Put it on your playlist.
It works
For the lovers.
But so we've been trying to lock in ever since then,
For sure.
and since we started back doing these, I had you on my list. I'm like, I gotta get in where. Then I saw you at Throw Social. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, for a second I was like,
Yeah.
I think she look familiar, but I don't want to seem like a creep. I don't want to seem like a creep.
That's that
no
Virgo
wifey,
in her.
no disrespect, but hey, Drew, what's up?
And then I was a little fried, but whatever.
All
that
good.
doesn't matter. So I introduced you. I let the people know that you're an entertainer, you're a vocalist, a performer. But I like to give the artist the opportunity to like formally introduce themselves to the new audience. And just let them know, how would you describe yourself as an artist, and how would you describe your sound?
How would I describe myself as an artist, and how would I describe my sound?
Because these your new fam. This the new family
The new
members.
fam, welcome
Yep.
new fam.
Mhm.
My name is
The
Sherae, and I am an artist that is just well-rounded. I'm an artist that you can really just put on your headphones and listen to whenever you're feeling some type of way. Just that sigh of relief artist, if you will, a breath of fresh air artist, an artist that's going to breathe life and speak life into you. There's so much going on around the world already that I feel like with music, it's so spiritual and it's so sonically, it's a universal language. And I believe that music just has a power that, you know, even if you don't speak English or whatever the case may be, it's just that universal language. So my sound, I would describe it as like a very like soulful angelic sound that you can just hear. It has different colors, shades to it. So we're gonna have fun. It's like a roller coaster ride, you know? And
I love that description.
yeah. So that's how I would say.
I love that. And so, do you get any comparisons now? Like when I hear your music, it reminds me of somebody. Not now. Let me make it clear. Your music is your music. Sherae is Sherae.
For sure.
But the vibe of it reminds me. I want to know. Do you get comparisons?
I do, but it be ranging depending on the song though. Like
Okay.
it ranges. Like I've gotten anywhere from like Janae Aiko, I've gotten Brandy before, I've gotten vocally, I've gotten who else have I gotten? I've gotten Beyonce before. I've gotten Aaliyah before in terms of like the look, the vibe, the aesthetic. So those are some of them, but
Okay.
I definitely tread in my own.
You do.
You know,
You do.
tread in my own.
And like you
But I
said,
love
each
those
song
women.
is different. Each
Yeah,
song is
each
different.
song
But
has a
Janae for
personality
me
of
for
its
sure.
own.
Janae was the one.
Janae was the one.
I could put y'all on a playlist and
That's
it's gonna
it.
work. It's gonna work. And me and my wife was watching your Tiny Desk performance, and she said Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay.
Yeah,
I can
so,
see
you
it.
know.
It's the musical theater's attitude.
So
I'm
with-
dramatic. That's the
are
only
they your-
drama you gonna get from me is on the stage.
That's it.
That's it.
I appreciate that. All right. We don't need none of that. But so would you say any of those people you named, have they influenced your music at all?
They have. They have in terms of modern day. I would say my Mount Rushmores, though, like in terms of musical influences, come from back in the day, like the Marvin Gayes, the Sam Cookes, the Whitney Houstons.
Okay.
Those are my like top three, really.
Okay.
Whitney's vocals, like just the voice of just music in general to me. And Sam Cooke, his songwriting, production, like what he spoke about, you know, change is gonna come, you know, just you send me, like love, the harmonies, you know what I'm saying, doo-wop
She
kind of.
studied.
And then
She's a student.
the Marvin Gaye, he's from the, you know, native. So it's like what's going on, the Ecology album, like when you just go down like what he thought about, talked about. And it was just more than just let's get it on, actually. You know what I'm saying? It was social, bringing social, integrating it in the love. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I want to do. I know that's what I want to do with my music too. So those are my
Amen.
three.
Okay. And so you, like you said, he's from the area. You also from the area,
Yeah.
Southeast, baby.
Oh, Southeast, Southside.
Southeast.
I don't know if you would have known, but you know what I'm saying? It's giving Southeast. I went to Plumber, you know, right off Texas. About a shrimp boat, you know.
I ride by there every day.
Yeah, that U6 used to be crazy going to school.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you from Southeast,
Yeah.
and we know, like we just mentioned, Marvin Gaye, but outside of that, DC itself is just rich with like culture.
It is
and
culture
art and
for sure.
poetry and
Definitely.
just music. So I want to know the Sherae music origin story. We hear about the villain origin stories all the time. I don't want to know when you went bad
Yeah.
or none of that. I want to know when did you first get a hold of music and be like, yeah, I'm not letting that go.
Okay. So really, it started pretty early. Okay. So
Was it church?
Before church.
Really?
In the living room, girl. When all the aunties coming over. See, back in the day, we had there were villages. It was
Facts.
always aunties, somebody cooking. It don't have to wait till Sunday. It really was my family. You know what I'm saying? My mom is like in her 60s. I have an old school mom. You know what I'm saying? Like all my aunts are in their 70s. My dad is in his 70s. You know what I'm saying? So back in those days, in the 90s, it was just being at my aunt's house, which was my grandmother's house. And that was the house that really brought us over, like all together with food, you know, people playing cards, it's music going on. Some people, you know, in and out of the house, it's uncles, cousins, you know what I'm saying? Good old days, you know what I'm saying? In that village, they did meet. My aunts had a girl group called the GJGs, and so
man,
they
90s had them girls groups, man.
Listen,
DC
them
had a
girl
lot of girl groups.
them girl groups, you know. And so back in their day, they in their heyday, you know what I'm saying? So they
Okay.
probably like our age right now, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing them and my aunt harmonizing with me, and I'm trying to be like them, you know, they wearing these cute clothes and the fashion and stuff like that. So that's really where it started, in the living room at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And
you had a little sound. They was like, oh, you can sing a little
oh,
bit.
you can
little
sing.
right here.
Yes.
Okay.
They like, hold on. And then we went to church.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really where everything started.
Okay.
In the crib first, and then we went to church, and then, you know.
I feel like a lot of the greats start like in church, or like they have a heavy beginning, like origins in the church. Like that's like their first stage. It's like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, so, you know, yeah, that's okay, man.
Absolutely.
So when did you? So you knew you could sing. You knew you love music. It was all around you, right? But there's a lot of people that can sing. There's a lot of people that can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But what made you say, you know, I want to pursue this as a career, as like what's gonna put the food on the table?
So it wasn't until, excuse me, so home and then church, high school, I started getting more active in high school. My mom kept me busy, you know, just in terms of extracurricular and stuff, being involved, very hands-on. And she just wanted to, she didn't really foster it, but she took me, she like, you know, connected me with those resources in the school to like keep me active. And so really mentorship. My teachers encouraged me. They like, yo, you know, you need to go to school for this. Like, nothing else, no shade. But like, go to school for this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, let me look up and let me look and see. And I wanted to be in New York. I just was convinced. I used to see the movies, and I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm going to school in New York. And she like, what, you like, really? And so after I auditioned for one of the schools and got accepted, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'm going to New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really taking that step to just, why not? You know what I'm saying? So after I took that step, because I wouldn't have went to school either way. Sorry to tell you, but do be intentional. You know what I'm saying? It isn't different strokes for different folks, but for me, that was my journey in terms of taking that step into mastering my craft to know that I can turn it into profession.
Okay.
So they honed me. I majored in musical theater, so it's singing, it's acting, it's dancing. So that's where all three comes in. When you hear my music, and when you hear or come to a show, it's infused with that. And so after that, they train you on audition prep and how to audition and people skills and communication and stuff like that. So it's like they train you on how to get work. You know what I mean? So you can be prepared before you leave. And that's where the profession took off, really.
Okay. Up in NYC. Okay.
Yes,
You got New York
yes.
vibes too. I don't know.
For real.
I just went there like a couple months ago.
I love New York.
I had a great time.
Yeah, New York's cool. It's cold right now, but
Yeah, I won't be visiting.
yeah, not right now. Sometime.
So I want to talk. So you do a lot, and we gonna get to all of it.
Amen.
Like all those things that you just mentioned, you actively do.
Yes.
I want to focus right now just on the music aspect.
Yep.
So I went on. So like I said, became a fan that night. So immediately I went and looked you up. Already I had to go save that song.
Glory.
Right. So I go on there, and so on the DSP. So that's digital streaming platform. For anybody that doesn't know that, we just be throwing acronyms out there and shit. All right. So
I didn't know you. I was gonna look it up.
digital streaming platform, Apple Music, Spotify,
Yes.
Tidal, all
We
that
on there.
stuff, right? And so I noticed that from 2021 up until 2023, you got 3 songs on there.
Yes.
So now you might have other songs, but I'm just specifically speaking about what I saw, what I
Yeah.
could find, right? And I'm bringing that up only to say that the creative, what's they called, content creators.
Yeah.
The
Content
content creator / artist, the lines are blurring now between everything.
I know.
They push the narrative of you gotta put songs out every day, every week.
I
every
love
week,
where this going. Come on.
right? Right. Like so, they push the quantity of music, saying that the attention span is so short. You got to get through. It's hundreds of thousands of songs get uploaded a day. You got to be in front of people all the time. Whereas we got 3 songs on there, and the last song was almost 2 years ago now, and you still maintain damn near 3,000 monthly listeners.
Listen.
Like,
Gratitude.
right? you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
a big thing, and that's 3,000 people
Yeah.
that play your shit a
Yeah.
month.
A month. Yeah.
Okay,
Amen.
all right.
Thank you, Jesus.
And so let me pull this up now.
All right. She said the receipt.
So One Life to Live. So that's
Yes.
that's the most played song on there,
Okay.
and that's got damn
See,
near
and one
14,000.
life to live.
Yeah.
See how the people just.
They want that.
They
And-
want that.
right? We won't get to it, but it's got about 14,000 streams, and that's on Spotify alone.
Amen.
Okay, first of all, that speaks to the quality of the music. It ain't just about the quantity; it's the quality. Everybody out here running and dropping songs every week, but it ain't hitting, it ain't sticking. And and if people think 14,000 streams is not a lot, you crazy, because there's people that put up songs and they get no streams. They don't
Yeah.
even stream their own shit.
Yeah,
That's a problem for me.
You
You don't even play your own stuff. You don't even play your own stuff. People got 1 monthly listener sometimes, and it's them.
Yeah, and
It's them. I'm just being honest. This is Speak Your Piece, ain't it? Solo, is it? But-
the Virgo is coming out.
I'm just saying it was I was happy to see it. You
Amen.
know what I mean?
Me
So but what do you think it was about that particular song that made that one like just shoot off like that? Because 14, that's not nothing to sneeze at, man.
Honestly, I think it's and hopefully I want those viewers to know that there's a music video out there of One Life to Live, and it is my only video, and I think it just speaks to the message and the brand itself for new Sherae fam, new Sherae lovers. It's really about uplifting You know what I'm saying? And igniting and reminding and calling your, can I cuss on here?
Yes, you can.
And calling your shit out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got to cuss myself out because I will do something. I will have all the advice for everybody else.
Man.
And then when it come to pouring into me.
Oh, my Lord.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay. So I have wrote that song as really cussing myself out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why people are like, damn, I kind of need to hear this because I'm like, you're triggering me. You know what I'm saying?
It's holding the mirror up.
It's holding the mirror up. That's perfect description.
Yeah.
It's holding the mirror up. And that reminder, like you do only have, this is the opportunity now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not later, not tomorrow. We put a lot of stuff off and this and the third. And you know what I'm saying? Like we just going, like it's guaranteed that we gonna be here.
Look at us.
You know what I'm saying? Look at us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who we think we are, thinking we just guaranteed another day.
Who?
Another 10 minutes.
Look. So
The nerve of
that's what I think people really
Okay.
connected to. And I love that because it lets me know
You doing the right thing.
yeah, it lets me know that I'm on the right path. And I think, honestly, I'm so glad you brought that up because quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Okay?
Yeah, I heard her.
The algorithm, you ain't gonna rush me.
Period.
You ain't gonna rush me, algorithm. I'm a get a download from my Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to pour into me what I need to get to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not necessarily go directly to him. You know what I'm saying? It is who is around you, who you listen, what you listen to, what you eat, what you consume on a day-to-day basis. So if you consume it from me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that it's pouring back into you. So.
I love that. Hey, come on now, Virgo.
That's
Hold
it.
on now.
That's it.
Okay. So I wanted, so you are a singer-songwriter.
Yes, I am.
And you write all your music. So tell me about your writing process. So you mentioned like getting the downloads, but like tell me about your process. Do you typically write and then find the music for it? Do you hear the music and that speaks to you? Like what are we doing when we getting these songs written? And you cussing yourself out.
I know. That's really what it be. It be a cuss out. I could be on the phone with one of my really writing. When you're a songwriter or a playwright or a script writer, like a filmmaker, like a rapper, whatever the case may be, it's like it's around you. I feel like it's based on your experiences, what you're going through at the moment, your environment. So I'm one of those people that used to sit on a train in New York. And if I see something or feel something, I'm going to write it anywhere, like on a paper bag, on a napkin, in my phone. If I'm driving and I get an idea, I'm going to just hum some shit in the voice note. Listen, the voice notes get it done every time. I need to clear some space. But like, it's that because if I don't capture it then and there, I'm going to lose it. You know what I mean? And it'll start one way. And then when I actually sit down and carve out time, like I need like 5 to 10 hours to just be by myself, no distractions. Like my mom even knows, like, all right, when she recording and doing her music, I'm gonna just be a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So I don't disrupt the process. Cause oftentimes you can, like people are, oh no, do this, do that. It's like, nah, let me get this foundation out first. Then as an artist, if I feel like, hey, what you think about this? Then that's the etiquette. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how the process for me goes. And it's like me goes. Okay. That's bad. Mama. Sorry, no.
I'm mad. I'm weak.
No, seriously.
I bust out in random songs all the time. Like, okay.
So that's how the songwriting ends up going for me because it's just depending on my mood and the environment. And then I do take the time to get those thoughts and things like that out. And sometimes I can write a song, you know, I got songs in the vault that still have to be released. You know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't matter to me if I write a song a year ago. People need to understand that, you know, music is evolutional. So you can write a song. And celebrities all the time. Like,
all the time.
They have vaults and vaults of music. Chris Brown has a catalog. You know what I'm saying? He could pull a song that he wrote 10 years ago out, and it'll come out today. And it'll still slap. You know what I'm saying? So music is timeless. And take your time with it.
I like
My
that.
songwriters.
I like that. Y'all,
So,
that's some good advice for
Some
artists out
gems.
there, man. Don't rush the process
Nope.
and just throw anything out there because
Can't.
honestly, first impressions they matter.
Yes, it is.
And if it's some shit that you rushed and that's the only chance you got for somebody to hear you,
It's gonna
they
show.
gonna pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, immediately.
So I want to ask you about some of your lyrics,
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
So the song "Just Breathe."
Yes.
The lyric is, "The very thing that gives me life is the very thing." I sound like I'm straight out of the DMV. Everybody.
It's uptown.
I'm
ain't it?
sick.
It's northeast.
No, I ain't from DC. I'm from PG County.
Oh, you know what? That's my bag. That's
up the street.
Bae. Bae from PG County too. And
I mean, I'm gonna do it better, y'all.
the
The very thing.
Give us Bury. Give us Bury. The
I'm gonna
very
give it
thing.
Okay. The lyric is, "The very thing that gives me life is the very thing that makes me want to lie in bed at night and cry. I have moments when it's worth it, and times it makes me question my purpose." What is that lyric speaking about?
So that lyric has a double meaning. A lot of people think it's talking about like relationship stuff, and to me, it's really talking about my career. You know, the highs and lows of my career. It's something that God has given me. You know, a gift. And sometimes it gets really dark when you just put so much into it and you feel like it's just going completely not unnoticed, but like
Not according to your plan, right? Your timeline.
yeah. And so when it's worth it, sometimes it makes me question my purpose. Like, it's like, okay, should I really be doing this? It's not making me bread. It's not, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's fulfilling me spiritually. So I should still be doing this. You know what I mean? So it's like, calm down, sis. Calm down.
Just
Take a
breathe.
reset.
Just
Just breathe. You know what I'm saying? Do the simple stuff that we forget to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Just that reminder, that calming, just... You know, things are going to get crazy. Anticipate it. It's how you handle it, you know, that really shapes who you are and who you're going to be. So that's what that lyric really is. Long-winded answer.
No,
but...
it's cool. It's cool. And I figured it meant something. I didn't think relationship when I heard it.
Okay.
But I wanted you to explain it. I didn't want to assume. But
yeah.
I think that the fact that you wrote it the way you did, it can apply to so many different things. And I think that that's why a lot of people they're going to apply to their life and however it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because everybody got something that they
For
love
sure.
that brings them some kind of pain every now and
Absolutely.
again, right?
For sure.
So I think that was just smart writing
Amen.
on your part. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
received.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back. So you use your music, right, to spread good energy, you know what I mean, and good vibes. You do a lot of performances. You like I said, it's 3 songs on it, but you
Yes.
performing all the time.
All of them. All the time.
All the
Yeah.
time. So what is it about performing for you? Like what is it about it that makes you just want to keep, because you done touch hella stages. Yeah. Hella, we gonna talk about a couple of them. Okay. Yeah. But what is it about performing? Because there's some artists that don't want to perform. They just want to record music, put it out. You know, they ain't really fans of it. So what is it for you?
So for me, I've always loved performing. I love, I'm definitely, I know what you mean in terms of like studio artists versus like performing artists, right? And believe it or not, studio is really new to me in terms of the recording arts itself.
Okay.
And so performing, I come from that first, you know, in terms of just being on stage, the theater, the theatrics of it all. So I love live. Like, I love connecting with people directly. Sometimes if it's just me, I'll be like in my head or in my just breathe moments, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is trash. I'm so dramatic to my own self, right? So when I'm around people, it really is an energy thing. I know it's so cliche to say, but it's cool to be able to bring people into a space. And at my shows, it's just really cool to be able to gather community, like how it was, you know, growing up for me as a kid in the living room. Like, I feel like it's inviting all the cousins back over, all the family over, you know, just for some love, some good, recreating that, recreating those moments. So really, it's experiences for me, you know, and I want to continue to bring those experiences with my Amari too. She gonna be on there. She gonna be on there too. She gonna be. But yeah, that's what it is. I love that energy, performing and just being around and connecting with this human race.
Yeah, yeah. But I love that. I haven't had the chance to see you perform live yet. I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't been there in person. So that's definitely on my list.
Sherae Unplugged.
Yeah, I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to. Hey, lovers.
That's it. That's it.
Right here.
Y'all remember she said that, okay? Because I'm be like, hey, yo, True, you on this line up right quick.
I'm pulling up, man. Come on. So, all right. So I mentioned the stages, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna mention a couple of them right now.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna talk about some of them specifically. So you've headlined at the House of Blues.
Okay.
Showtime at the Apollo.
Yes.
Okay. You won DMV on the Radar Showcase, so that got you on DMV Summer Jam 2024.
2024.
Off Broadway.
Yes.
Productions of Hair.
Yes.
Okay, and there's more.
Yeah.
But them 4 right there, I feel like are on a lot of people's bucket list, and they just a drop in your bucket. Do you ever like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you hear that back, like there's people like this is the House of Blues. People want to do that.
That's fine.
You done did that. You done show something at the Apollo. You won.
Yes.
Tell me about that, man.
Which one?
They didn't send man you won Showtime at the Apollo. I need to hear about that experience right now. We all grew up watching that.
Man.
Tell me about that.
That's what that was, like being able, and of course it was at the time when I was living in New York City, and I think I was living there, like I had graduated, and just auditioning, you know what I'm saying? What it really is as a performer is really about just keep going through all of the no's. I hear no so much. I've heard no, like Sandman came on for me at the Apollo as well. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
look at Mom shaking her head. She wanted to knock Sandman out.
You got to tell the good and the bad, right?
You do. That's
But
fact.
like the first time I went up there, it was great. You know, I had the fro, I had this black and white cool outfit on. I had a little dance number.
Okay.
I did Whitney Houston. I Want to Dance with Somebody. My family came up there. And it was really cool. I got a chance to rub the podium, you know what I'm saying? That legendary podium. So it was one of those things where you just keep auditioning. And then I think they called me back like a year later to actually do the show.
Really? Okay.
So, yeah, you just never know. You just have to keep working, have to keep auditioning and going through those no's, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get a yes. Mm-hmm. And once you get your yes, you got to prepare. You know what I'm saying? There's preparation that goes into that because you just don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And we came out, we won, and it was really cool to just be a part of that theater in this lifetime, you know, so it's a very humbling experience for me.
That's fire, man. Yeah. How many times can you say you sat next to somebody that won at the Apollo? Well, I don't know nobody. You the first person, so shout out to you.
Amen.
So did you win with the same song that you auditioned with, or did you do something different? Okay,
it was the same song.
Okay,
yep, it was the same song.
Man,
it's crazy because the second time around, and this is a learning moment, right? Because teaching you the wins and teaching you the lessons too. So the second time around, because they wanted to bring me back.
Okay.
After I won, and the second time around, I completely switched up my whole image. I was like, oh yeah, they loving me. Like I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna have some cornrows and a mohawk with this pink dress, and it was just not it. It ain't hit. I should have stayed consistent with the brand. It's Harlem. It's black people. They wanted to see the fro. They wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? So it just didn't hit the same as the first time.
Hey, but you won the first time.
Won the first time though, and he came on, and I was like, all right.
Did you try to get off the stage before he got you off?
No.
I would have left
I
before.
had fun dancing with him.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta live in it. I just had to own it. I was like, all right.
Right, that didn't work. That didn't work.
It ain't
we
work,
learned from
but
it.
we learned from it. So stay consistent with what you did, with what worked the first time.
Right, and
But,
that's
it
important
was
to
great.
say. The brand, what you mentioned, is important, man, because that's like people trust
Yeah,
what they are familiar with.
for sure.
And so if you keep coming around looking a different way,
Yeah,
they
for
don't
sure.
know what you know your music. 1 minute we here, 1 minute we there.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
So that's a good lesson
For
that you
sure.
had to learn
Definitely.
with your cornrows and your.
With the cornrows and I never wore a mohawk another day.
You was just showing out, okay. So those are just a few of the stages now. So we talking that's like within the state. So but your artist taking you international
That was
as
the
well.
kicker.
Okay, and let me tell you. So I just was on a cruise for my birthday
Ooh.
in September. Shout out to Pops. He paid for the whole thing. It was so nice. And I went to all of the productions. Like I went to see every show.
What cruise did you get on?
It was Celebrity Cruises.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Celebrity
it
got
was really
good
nice.
shows,
It was
yeah.
really nice. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Them
They not just
shows.
letting anybody up there to sing.
No, they're not.
You ain't just anybody that's going to apply. Like we trying to fill it, but you want to sing? Cool. We got 2 spots. You gonna be baritone. Like they ain't do that.
No.
So you know about all that. Let me tell you something. Her again, right? Her again. Just finished up a tour with Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
And was in the production Starwater.
Yes.
Who are you? Like,
Who are you?
What are we talking about right now? How did that? I need to know about that experience first of all. Like, how? So where was the cruise? Where did it go to? What was the route?
So the route was in Singapore.
Wow.
It was in Singapore.
Wow.
I was in Southeast DC to Southeast Asia.
Oh my Lord.
So
That's what I'm talking about.
you can
You can do it too.
you can do it. Okay. You can do it.
Southeast. So how long was that contract or what? Just tell me about it. I'm so interested.
So that contract was very unusual. It was during COVID.
Okay.
So it wasn't your traditional. Because people ain't cruising in the middle of COVID. Some of them was though. They definitely were on there, and we were under a lot of restrictions and things like that, and protocols. So it was very tough. And I actually wrote "Just Breathe" on. In Singapore. I wrote "One Life to Live" in Singapore too.
Wow.
That was where that music came from, just during that time when it was just so much going on. And if you've ever been on the cruise, like the cabins are pretty small, like it's very intimate. So it was just different. In COVID, we couldn't really get off the ship. We were one of those ships, on the news that was just floating in the water.
Oh Lord.
So we didn't get to go on land. I mean, we got to go to a few places before the mandates and stuff started. So it was just still a cool experience for me, all in all, just to be able to be there, a part of that cast. And our show Starwater, it was so significant because on the ship there's like the front of the ship and then there's the back. So the 2 theaters are like on the front and then on the back of the ship. So our theater is a 360 theater.
Nice.
So it's like people
Nice.
were coming from above the stage, below the stage, from the sides of the stage. And I just thought that was just so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like a cool dynamic. Like imagine like puppets coming, like you at dinner and you just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Got your steak, got your wine. And then somebody literally is dancing, like coming from the ceiling in your face.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then you have all of this going on. So it was just really cool. They put a lot into it, and it was with Royal Caribbean, and I was enjoying every moment of it. I was one of the 3 singers, and then everybody else was dancers.
One of the 3 singers. Come on, man.
Yes.
There's 3 people carrying the whole. Y'all
Yes.
stop playing with
3
Sherae, man.
singers
Stop
only.
it.
3 singers that sung for the entire, like the music for the entire show.
Wow.
So it was It was a very it was a process. It was a process. We did our rehearsals in Miami first, and then they flew us out to Singapore. We had to get Chinese visas, like all kind of stuff went into it, the logistics of it all. And they took care of us during COVID. So I really appreciated their hospitality to the talent, to the people who worked on there. So I would forever do business and sell business into Royal Caribbean. So shout out to y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I haven't cruised with them yet. I will check them out.
Oh, that's for you and Bay.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
you
okay.
and Bay go,
Yeah,
that's
man.
the couple.
So leave the baby at home.
Absolutely.
We gonna leave the baby at home.
Absolutely.
Sorry, man. Okay. So that's just phenomenal. I'm just very impressed by that. Like I said, I never met nobody that been on Apollo and won. I ain't never met nobody that part of a cruise production cast. I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of firsts. So on the outside looking in, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong though. I feel like you have a.
Virgo.
Hey, I am who I am.
I am
what I am.
That's what this Libra over here be saying. Please don't get it started.
See how they going on?
I am who I am.
I am, okay? But it seemed like you got a pretty like solid team around you, or you got some great support around you, and you've done a lot. And I want to ask you the importance of having good people around you, having a good team. What advice do you have to people that's trying to build a tribe, and or the people that feel like they could just do it by themselves? Can you do it alone?
I would say definitely have. So technically, I don't on payroll like have a team per se. Like that's the goal. Listen. With Amari coming, I'm going to need a team. I'm going to be seeking a team, right? Because you can get more done with a team than you can by yourself. I have a village. I like to call my village in terms of like just immediate family and friends that have been with me my whole life long from that living room. You know what I'm saying? And some have transitioned, to ancestry, you know what I'm saying? And I think those even who have gone before me are walking with me because they've been in the living room, they've been in the house when I'm making music. We've made music and, they're here with me in spirit. And I think that's what's guiding me to and pushing me to take it further. But you have to have a village.
You do.
You have to have a village. You cannot do it all by yourself. Do not try to do it all by yourself. Seek God when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and lean not to your own understanding. Like I think we really try to take on everything and then burn out. And I've done that too, for sure. Like when I look back at just all of those things, like, checking this off, checking that off. Yeah, that was me actively seeking. I'm a hustler, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Southeast. Like, we just going, I'm single. My mom, raised me as like, single black parent, you know what I'm saying? So just living in this country, kind of have that like survival mode thing going on. So it's like I always had to work for everything that I had. I wasn't one of those girls who, and I'm going on a tangent about this on purpose.
No, that's fine.
To let niggas know. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I heard somebody was like, you hear all kind of stuff. But one thing you're not about to say, oh, clout chaser, da-da-da-da-da. No, baby. I booked that gig, okay? Me and the Lord did that, okay? So... y'all niggas ain't in Singapore. You know what I mean? Just off no funny. Like, I had to work. I had to audition. I had to rehearse. I had to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And for even my women that are coming up, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Just to get put on. You can go outside of the box and work hard and, just... the best revenge is your paper, and so that's what it is though. Like, definitely you're gonna need that village. Don't try to do it by yourself, and just being around people that I know this is an industry where it's like, oh, we want to make money, we want to see returns on this, we want to see. You're just starting out. It's gonna be a little. You gotta invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't come from rich, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm rich in spirit. And I think that when you're rich in spirit, everything else will fall in line. You know what I'm saying? The physical will fall in line, right? So that's really just what it is. And just who's next to you, you know what I'm saying? Who's on the same frequency.
So important.
It don't cost nothing to just get with people who are next to you. It's not always about, people, I'm telling you, even the DMV, like, it's just like, get over yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen A to Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you're charging $1,400 and you not even professional. You not even like, let's talk about it though, right? Like, I don't care if you got a fat ass.
Hold on.
I don't care.
Hold on.
Why are you charging this amount? Like, the math just doesn't math. You know what I'm saying? So
Everybody
it's like,
out trying to get $1.
yo. And so sometimes it's really about just community building.
That's
and
right.
that's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, as an artist, it's very important to just start there. Like, connect with people. Actually mean it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Flo was talking about that too. Like, people just want to get on and do all of this big wow. Like, connect with people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
relationships are worth more than
that's
money.
the currency. That's the currency is your relationship.
People forget that, man.
Absolutely.
And they'll burn bridges left and right. And it's like, man, it's who you know.
Left and right. So that's really what it just boils down to for me. And shout out to my village. I just love you guys. Shout out to anybody who's ever shout out to you guys for having me too. Just being here to speak on in such a positive light. Like, it's people like you guys. You know what I'm saying? That have these brands and these facilities that develop artists and that foster those relationships. So that's really what it's all about. Truly.
That's love, man. That's we trying to do our part, man.
True.
I promise you.
Fully.
Yeah. You heard me?
Okay, I'm gonna stop being corny.
No, it's cool. I love a good dad joke, man. So you mentioned the DMV, right? I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay.
I want to know your opinion on the DMV music scene. Mm-hmm. One, because you've been everywhere at this point, you know. And what are your thoughts on the idea that you have to leave here to make it? What do you think about that? Nope.
Guess where I booked Royal Caribbean at?
Is it here? Was it
DC?
It was in DC. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
To me, I was like, oh, you got to go where they are not. They're in New York City. Mm-hmm. They're in LA. They're in Atlanta. People want to run from home so bad.
That's a fact.
Try to recreate their own little identity. Because they done burned so many bridges here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then they come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I left and went to school and got some life experience and got, you know, and came back to get grounded and be with family and things like that. And so it's definitely a different DC for sure. Mm-hmm. Like, I left and came back and I was like, oh, a trolley cart down the street. I was like,
just the middle of the road.
In the middle of the, I was like, oh, this white woman is running down the street.
Oh, yeah.
On Texas Avenue. Mm-hmm. Does she know who just got with her dog? But okay.
We talk about it. We see
you know
it
what
every
I'm
day.
saying? And so for me, it's like, and I love my white women. Keep running around that neighborhood, girl. You know? I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I love y'all.
Like, what about us? Yeah.
You know, what about us? Keep doing it, girl. Go on, girl. Go on and run. But it's
the Sharons and Karens, they clapping their hands right now.
Literally.
Sherae loves you.
I love you. I really do. Just be safe and be smart.
Okay.
Okay.
You turn that corner, it's a different story.
You turn that corner. All right.
Yep.
And so I think so that's the testimony. Like, that was a whole international gig and I booked it here because I stood out. They didn't have like a lot of people at the audition for the most part, like at that, it was like uptown or something like that. So they come to DC too now. You know, for those type of opportunities, you have to seek and look that up and really stay engaged with when and where and prepare yourself. And I think artists should just think more out of the box here. You know what I'm saying? I think people that are here just want to be here, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they love just being like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, I've always, my brand is very diverse. Like, I'm a Black woman. However, I think that for me, in my story, I'm gonna speak on my experiences, but I think I'm just a firm believer that the Black woman is like the woman of the earth. Like, she's the mother of the earth, and our experiences originate from so many different other nationalities and things like that. So it's just like, in terms of me living here in DC, I look at myself as just more than just from Southeast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know,
because people hear that and think one thing.
Yeah.
Like, people probably wouldn't even guess that you was from Southeast.
Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But period. Southeast girlies.
Hey,
know us, okay? And I definitely got it in high school. Like, girl, like, please, like, you proper. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the slang or whatever the case may be or whatever, and that's fine too. Like, it's just how I grew up. You know what I mean? And I make no apologies for how I show up and who I am now. But yeah, you could be from the city and take it far. You know what I mean? You don't have to go out of state just to.
Right.
It does help, you know. And it's sad that when you do leave and you get love somewhere else more than you do at home, that's just sometimes how it happens. But I wouldn't just woe is me and be like, oh my gosh.
Play the victim game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
make it happen.
Like, make it happen. And don't get too cliquey here. Sometimes it feels cliquey. Like, when I left and came back, I felt like it was just cliquey. I never was a part of cliques anywhere. So it's just like, I just kind of do my own thing, and I'm cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like to, sometimes people like cliques because it's like a little crutch, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really with that. And so I'm comfortable being outside of that box, if that's what that means. And I'll just, you know, still
keep doing you.
You know, just keep doing me.
Keep doing you. Because it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. And that's why I wanted you to speak on all that, because, like, you're like a living testimony. You're an example of what hard work can produce.
Amen.
And just having an unwavering belief in yourself.
Yeah.
And having the village around you that has bought into you, and they see, even what you don't see sometimes, they see what you can do.
It.
So that's, you know, that's why I say it's important we had you here, right?
Amen.
So,
top of the year, second 2 days in.
Hey, that's how I want to start my year off on a good vibe.
Amen.
So back to your music. So the last single we heard from you was 24 Hours. That was almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
So when can we expect some new music from you?
All right. So I would say around Valentine's Day.
Nice.
You know, lovers. Around the loving, you know, the love era. So I would say around Valentine's Day.
Love it.
But it's going to be a surprise. Okay. And I'm really excited about this new joint. It's crazy because, again, wrote it, was listening to my voice notes from like a year ago or something like that. And I was like, yo, this is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy how it
works.
Yeah.
And it's called Love Prophecy. So maybe later I'll like do a little bit of it.
You never know.
You never
know. Okay. So the 3 songs that we did here, it said featuring somebody on
Yeah, so a girlfriend of mine, she was one of the other singers on the cruise ship. She did like the low background harmonies in Just Breathe.
Okay. Any artists that you would like to collab with? Like, give me your top 3 artists. And it can be any artist, big artist, small artist, whoever that you would love to collaborate with if you had the chance. And they gotta be alive. People like, they're alive. No, alive. They gotta be alive. That just would make sense.
So, actually, I would love to collaborate with, an artist called Cleo Soul.
Heard of Cleo Soul.
Cleo
Uh-huh.
Soul is no joke. She is very much my vibration, and I believe she's from the UK.
Okay.
So
Put it
I
out there.
love
She
her.
might watch this.
Listen,
You
come
never
on,
know.
UK, tap in.
Okay.
Tap in with a DMV girl. I love Cleo Soul. She's really cool. I would love to collaborate with. I think it's just her for right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about the guys. Any guys? I would love to. A producer
Who
friend
with
of
the laugh?
mine. He writes for an artist. I would love to be on his. His name's Killer B.
Killer Bee.
He did the Texas. Ain't no hold down. No, down, down. Like he was a producer on that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would love to be in his writing camp
Nice.
to write for some great artists out there, and then that's probably it for the collaboration right now.
I like that.
Oh, and you, of course. Oh, I done told her.
Well,
I done told
I
her.
appreciate that.
Truth.
I wasn't gonna say
I
nothing.
told her that we need to get in the studio.
I'm always down.
Because listen, just that
Always.
talk your shit, hip hop, soul like vibe. That's what I
Yeah.
want back in the industry. You remember when it's hip hop, right? So it's like you always had a singer singing some harmonies or something. That Jaguar, right? Soul
Didn't I
song
just
cry
say this?
with Jay-Z. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, Jay-Z. But like,
She in trouble.
baby face. Y'all can't see her. Y'all can't see her cutting up, but I
Behind
see her
that camera.
behind that camera. But like, that's what's missing. So I would love to do some stuff like that. Let me know if you
Yeah.
need some harmonies. Anything.
Oh no, for sure,
I got you.
for sure. We'll talk.
Okay.
This is about you now. So
Amen.
we gonna talk, but that's definitely on
But
my
yes,
list.
ma'am. So
Okay.
you in there?
So we talked a lot tonight, but I want to ask you. I just got like 2 more questions for you.
Oh.
The next one is, what do you want your legacy to be?
Ooh, child.
I did it.
Ooh, child.
It's the random songs for me, man. It's me.
I want my legacy to be known for planting seeds, and as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me think about what you just said, because that was a very profound question. And I think that when it comes to legacy, it's really about making sure to set your foundation, to me. So I will want my legacy to be like a blueprint for people with testimonies and with trials and tribulations that are going through it, to be triumphant under any circumstances. And I want my legacy to speak for that through my music, through financially, like, business wise, like, because you got to be business savvy. And the music is the entertainment of it all, but just my lifestyle, how I live my life just as a good person, you know what I'm saying? Just making that effort in this shitty world, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing some good into the world. My mama is looking at me because I'm cussing, okay?
Oh.
And she'll get me later, but it's cool. But yeah, like, this world is so, it can be so corrupt, so just, so I just want to, my legacy to be known for being a light, and being prayerfully inspirational and encouraging somebody else to keep it going,
Beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Well put, well said, and I think that you well on your way to accomplishing that. You're doing it now. I feel
receive.
inspired after talking to you. I feel like people listening will feel inspired to just go after what they want. Like, I mean, why not? One life to live, right?
Do it. You only got one.
That's it. All right, so this is my last question, right? This is how I like to wrap up the interview. And it's off the wall.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. So tell us one thing about you that not a lot of people know and we will probably never guess.
One thing about me that not a lot of people know that you would probably never guess is, I want it to be something so
This what
random.
everybody say. They be like, oh, I gotta think about that. It gotta be a profound answer. Like,
Oh no, mine gonna be like, girl,
what?
one
What?
thing.
It could be random. It don't even.
So for me, people actually, and I've gotten this, and this is probably, I'm gonna give you two answers. So one, I've gotten, like, in terms of my Instagram and like persona, like on social media, it gives like, or they said it gives like, you know, just kind of like bougie or like, you know what I'm saying? But I like down to earth,
Very
the
much
sense
so.
of humor. Like, I just love to laugh. Like, I love to crack jokes. I'm that friend. I'm that friend that's like let's pee.
I want to laugh too. We
Like
pee.
let's pee.
For
You
that
know
to
what
be
I'm
the
saying?
goal is crazy. Like,
Let's pee.
that's the goal. That's crazy.
Because if we not
It's not funny if we
if
not.
we not peeing, if
Oh
we
my
not crying,
God.
laughing, what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing here?
I'm
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm
saying that come on, so
let's pee. They gonna be like, what?
oh my God.
So-
okay, I take that
So
one.
I think that's really it. Like, I don't
Okay.
really, you know, I don't really take myself too serious. I try not to because, you know, it could get bad.
That's right. That's right. Gotta laugh.
So it's that. And
Okay.
then I'm really a farm girly. Like, I'm from the city, but like, I just want to be like tucked off in the suburb, like out here. You know what I'm saying? I want some land. I want a horse. Like, I
Okay.
want a little farm. You know, I just want to just have my music, but then come home and just be no makeup, just chilling.
Silence.
Feet in the grass, like Erica when she was in the video with the mud and you know,
Okay.
and the rap. And I just want to be left alone.
I
You know what
respect
I'm
that.
saying?
I
Like,
respect that.
You
I
give
respect
you
that.
give so much energy out in this
Yeah.
in the industry and the entertainment. I just be wanting to unplug. That's the Virgo side of me. I just be wanting to unplug. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
Need some silence, man.
Silence. You know what I'm saying? So I that is the goal too, to get to farmland life.
I like that. And I agree. And I'll come visit your farm whenever you know, want
Yes.
company because she just said she don't want to be bothered.
Listen,
but
and we gonna schedule it. We gonna schedule
For
it
sure,
like
for
Virgo.
sure.
We gonna schedule
2
it.
months in advance.
Show up if you want. Okay.
All right, man.
But
Look,
yeah.
I want to thank you again for
Thank you.
being here with us tonight, man.
Of
I
course.
enjoyed it. This was
Same.
like one of my favorite interviews so far.
Same.
I want you to let the people know where they can follow you and anything of it. So we got the music coming,
Mm-hmm.
but anything else you got going on you want them to know about.
Yes. So you can follow me at Sherae Music. That's SHERAE Music on Instagram and Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter. I'm on it, but I need to get back on Twitter. So still follow me there. And then I believe it's Sherae Sings on Facebook. And then my website for any other updates and events and things like that has everything there, and that's sheraesmusic.com.
Period.
So yes, I'm a singer-songwriter, but like you said, just multifaceted. So I like to also spotlight artists as well. I started a open mic series called Speak Your Mind, and we do it at different it's like a So Far Sounds like it's in
Okay.
intimate venues,
Okay.
right? So we started at a hair shop. So this year, 2024, it'll be somewhere like another private location.
2025.
2025. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even let
I'm
you
2
live
days
back there. We here now.
I'm not. See, you can tell I was that student still writing 2024.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Speak Your Mind. I have an open mic series. I also have
That's
my
fire.
own concert series called Sherae Unplugged, which we will still keep going. This is the official Leatherman's jacket for Sherae Unplugged. So get your merch, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so into the brand, so into just everything, positive energy. And thank you guys for letting me rock with you and
Of
speak
course.
with you. And it's just gratitude, you know what I mean? For like, just shout out finger snaps to unmute, and the whole staff for having me. So thank
Beautiful.
you.
All right, man. So y'all already know how we do. We gonna continue to bring fire guests on, amazing guests. I don't know who gonna top this one, but you know, hey, you gotta do your best. So just tap in with us next time, man.
Because the Virgos don't play
At all. Okay. So y'all holler at us next time. You know how we do. Love.